Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.
Hey Teddy, have you noticed how little attention science and health issues get in the media?
Totally, Edgar, yet science information is very important.
Yeah, for sure. That's why the Health Journalists Network is here.
How can they help?
They are a group of journalists dedicated to advancing public understanding of healthcare issues through impactful reporting on health and science.
Oh, really?
Yes, they meet up every month with scientists and researchers, policymakers, and activists at the science media cafes. They then relay what they discuss to the public.
Does that benefit us?
Oh yes, very much so. This helps with health and science literacy for a healthy Ugandan society.
Okay. I love getting informed about science and health issues. Health information makes all the difference between life and death. I'll look them up and engage them.
That's great. They are based all over the country.
Oh, okay. That's interesting, and they should be making real impact.
They are empowering health communities through journalism. Journalists can save lives just like doctors.
The Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.
Well, it is the mighty global news updates. Here we are coming to you live from Uganda's capital, Kampala. This is the Alternative Dig Talk TV, and my name is Kenneth Rwemirembe. Thank you so much for being part of us this morning, and to you who will be watching this show after it's uploaded on our platforms. Thank you so much. Please, if you're watching us for the very first time, feel free to tap that subscribe button and join millions of people that trust this platform. We believe you're having a good day that side, and we continue to pray that may you achieve more and more of your heart desires. Here we prioritize matters of national importance, as well as keep you informed and updated with the current information happening here and there, with a major focus on our country, Uganda. Now we have a lot of stories. We've learned of the sad incident of that police has discovered more human remains in the areas of Kamengo and PG district over alleged ritual killings that are happening in that particular area, and this continues to be a great concern. We learned about this yesterday after a follow-up. The police discovered more human remains, and over 2 bodies were exhumed in the process. The police is continuing to investigate this matter, but all the allegations now link to the one Ivan Mwanga. They are saying that he's the one behind these ritual killings, and the police is continuing with the investigations. As you are seeing on that screen, several body remains were discovered from that particular area, and these continue to be a major, such killings continue to be a major concern. Skulls of humans were discovered there, and other body parts and bones were discovered in this investigation that the police has been conducting in the areas of Kamengo. Ritual killings continue to be a threat and a major challenge, though the motives behind this is not yet clear. But from what we know, these killings are prioritized or being supported by those who allegedly chase riches in some particular ways, and that their traditional doctors or healers are telling them to sacrifice people and then they will get rich. Those are some of the allegations surrounding these killings, but of course the police is conducting more investigations to find out what really caused this. Mr. Mwanga Ivan was now taken by police following an incident where the people say he was going to kidnap a young girl known as Theopista, and when she ran away and reported to the parents, they had to call the police and now take Mr. Ivan Mwanga. Now the investigations are ongoing to find out where the group this man works with to find out more information regarding this. But this is not the first time these ritual killings are happening, especially in the areas of Mpigi. We had more reports from Bukoma and Simbi linking to the same, and there are some reports from the continent level. We have learned of more killings in some African countries, and some of them are linked to wealth. Some people say that after these people are sacrificed, their traditional healers tell them to carry some body parts, and now they will get riches. But more and more evidence continues to come out on what really inspires such killings, where people have been missing in some areas for so long, and now to find out their remains and bodies buried with some of their body parts missing. This continues to be a worst scenario here in our country, Uganda, and everyone condemns it. The traditional healers came out and condemned such acts, saying that Ivan Mwanga is not part of them, because as the traditional healers in our country here, they do not support such acts of sacrificing human beings, and that it is not their conduct. Whoever does such is not one of them, and they condemn those acts. We continue as well to condemn the acts of killing human beings in these human sacrifices and ritual killings. We condemn them, and we urge the community to continue reporting whoever is suspected to be behind these wrong acts. Now, from that, the Honorable Semakula Rutamaguzi, the Member of Parliament for Nakaseke South, yesterday went to the Electoral Commission, citing concerns over unclear polling stations in some particular areas. Rutamaguzi says some polling stations are not clear, and that they are hard to reach. And one of the reasons as to why he had come to the Electoral Commission was to get more information regarding these polling stations, that they have more people, some having thousands of potential voters, but the access is limited. The areas of Namukekera, the industrial area, that they are difficult to reach. The police and security is always there, and they are not easily accessible by other people, and that the Electoral Commission is supposed to have a public gazetted area as a polling station, not an area that is owned by a certain group of people that is hard to reach for other voters. But of course, the Electoral Commission has responded, saying that they are ready to answer Honorable Rutamaguzi Semakula, and they are saying that they will tell the people how they will access these venues when that polling day comes. But Honorable Rutamaguzi Semakula says there are some rumors that the NRM people or his opponents want to use this opportunity to rig the votes, that the people who will only be allowed to be there are their voters. And now that continues to be a major concern. Some of those areas include the Liaoshen Kapeka industrial area, that these people are hard to reach, and that someone might use that as an opportunity to rig the elections. That is it, the message coming in from there. The Electoral Commission has promised to give clear information regarding these, what they call unclear polling stations, on how people will be accessing these areas, and that more information will be coming out. Now, away from that, some of you have been asking us to continue to follow up on Honorable Nandala Mafabi, who is the presidential candidate and flag bearer for the Forum for Democratic Change. And because we prioritize your concern and your desires and needs, we are here with the more information regarding his campaign trail. Yesterday he was in Bushenyi and Shema. Of course, while heading to those areas, his movements were not that smooth. The poor roads in these areas disrupted the movements. They were not moving at the pace they had wanted to move at. Even some areas were hard to reach. They were going off the road. The roads were very unclear, and some destinations were hard to reach, citing out, in his words, saying that such roads are proof to bad governance in the country here, and he asked the people to vote the Forum for Democratic Change and to vote him as a person. He talked about the tea prices that are always falling in the areas of Bushenyi, saying that if he gets into power, he will make sure that the machines necessary for value addition will be put in almost every area in Bushenyi to make sure that value addition is there and the prices are higher than they are right now. He talked about the minerals that are being extracted by foreigners, saying that in his regime, no foreigner will be allowed to extract minerals here in our country, that it will be the work of the nationals to do. He promised that there will always be free lunch to children in government schools, and today he is expected to be in Rubirizi, Mitoma and Ntungamo. That is the message from Honorable Nathan Nandala, the presidential flag bearer for the Forum for Democratic Change. He is competing with other 7 in this race where we are seeing 8 men competing for the same top office, the office of the President of the Republic of Uganda, with the incumbent Walukagga, who was also in Masindi and Chiriandongo, asking the people of those particular areas to vote the NRM. Now, before his arrival, they put a challenge. His supporters put a challenge by moving in organized lines, saying that for them, they do not carry out disorganized processions or they do not block the roads. As you're seeing on that screen, they were moving in a line, and you would think that maybe someone was guiding them on how to move. Even the vehicles were in one direction, and processions the road were not there, as you are seeing. Being now proof, according to them, that this is how they conduct themselves, and there have not been any processions that are blocking the roads and limiting the freedoms of other road users. Later on, President Museveni was there, and he asked the people to vote the NRM and protect the gains achieved so far under his leadership. The gains that the opposition criticizes, saying that the gains are in the hands of a few people and that not everyone has benefited. But the people from there, from the areas of Masindi, were thanking President Museveni for the good leadership and all the achievements they have had so far, that it is because of President Museveni that Uganda has reached where it is today, and that they will support him come 2026, and that the NRM government still has a good vision for this country. Much as there is criticism here and there, the opposition is saying that the NRM government has not done enough. Everyone is calling upon voters to vote their side. The question is, who out of the 8 will make it to the most respected office in the country, the office of the president? And that question will be answered after all of you people have turned out and voted in large numbers, and you will have selected the leader you want to see in that office come 2026. And we urge you that you should turn up in large numbers and vote. It is your right to vote. Use your vote as your voice. Now today, President Museveni will be in Bolisa and Hoima if nothing changes according to the program, but that's where he is expected to be, and will be giving you more information regarding that campaign trail. Now, in the same vein, Honorable Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu yesterday was also in Chinjojo and Chegegwa. Of course, citing out the incidents of being beaten by the police. This time round, it wasn't easy as well. The police tried to block some of his supporters from following him where he was going, but he has been meeting more and more people along the way, making some stopovers to speak to them. He even spoke to the soldiers directly, the police and other security forces, calling them to support the National Unity Platform, that the NUP is fighting for them, not fighting them, that the NUP is fighting for them and making sure they achieve success in whatever they do. He told them of how the guns they are carrying are way more expensive and looking better than these security officers who were holding them. He asked them to join the campaign of a new Uganda, but of course the police here and there was trying to stop him, to stop the crowds that wanted to follow him wherever he was going. But while moving on, we saw that now the police was following where he was going and no longer disrupting or trying to stop the supporters. And he conducted his campaign rally there and asked the people to vote the National Unity Platform. And he encouraged them to not give up, that many people have come out to him asking that he gives up because of the situation, that some people who love him have been coming and asking him to give up for the sake of his life. But he promised the people that that's a decision he has never thought of making and that he will not give up. He urged the supporters to not give up as well, and that they should vote the National Unity Platform, they should vote the umbrella, they should vote Honorable Kyagulanyi Ssentamu. We are waiting to see whether Ugandans will respond to this call and vote the NUP, or will they vote the Alliance for National Transformation or any other political party that is in this race. That decision is only up to you, and we do urge you to follow up more information about these people such that you can make an informed decision. You vote a leader that you will not regret. At least you will have had more information regarding them, and that's why you come here every morning to give you more information regarding what these people say, without being biased, without having any side, such that you can make an independent decision that is not biased and a decision that is worth making. That is it for the Mighty Global News updates. But for today, we remember the establishment of UNICEF and the achievements made so far. Good morning for now. I will be coming in with our guest. Don't go away. We are discussing agriculture and the importance of circles in uplifting communities.
In the aftermath of World War II, the world was left with a trail of devastation, and millions of children were left without access to basic necessities like food, shelter, and health care. This dire situation prompted the United Nations to take action, and on December 11, 1946, the United Nations International Children Emergency Fund, later known as UNICEF, was born. The story of UNICEF's establishment begins with the United Nations Relief and Rehabilitation Administration, which was set up in 1943 to provide relief to countries devastated by the war. However, as the situation continued to deteriorate, it became clear that a more focused effort was needed to address the specific needs of children. Ludwik Rachman, a Polish physician and humanitarian, played a crucial role in the establishment of UNICEF. He was instrumental in convincing the United Nations to create a fund that would provide emergency assistance to children in countries affected by the war. Rachman's efforts paid off, and the United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund was established, with Maurice Pett as its first executive director. Initially, UNICEF's mandate was to provide emergency relief to children in countries devastated by the war. The organization's first task was to provide food, clothing, and medical care to children in Europe and Asia. In the early years, UNICEF's work was focused on providing emergency assistance, but as the situation improved, the organization's mandate expanded to address the long-term needs of children and women. In the 1950s and 60s, UNICEF began to focus on providing assistance to children in developing countries. The organization started to work on programs that would improve child health, education, and nutrition. UNICEF's work in vaccination, nutrition, and education has had a significant impact on child mortality rates and school enrollment. Over the years, UNICEF has continued to evolve and adapt to the changing needs of children. In the 1980s, the organization began to focus on the rights of children, particularly in the areas of protection and participation. UNICEF's work on child protection has helped to reduce the recruitment of child soldiers, prevent child trafficking, and protect children from violence and abuse. Today, UNICEF operates in over 190 countries and territories, working to improve the lives of children and their families. The organization's work focuses on a range of issues, including child survival and development, education, child protection, and nutrition. UNICEF's impact on the United Nations General Assembly on December 11, 1946 is a testament to the power of international cooperation and the recognition of human rights as a universal value. From its humble beginnings as an emergency fund to its current status as a global leader in child rights and development, UNICEF's story is one of dedication, perseverance, and a commitment to improving the lives of children. Kenneth Rwatsimbra, Dig Talk TV.